welcome to multiplying integers on the number line. Before we get started, please do have out your math journal and a pencil so you can take notes while you watch this video. All of these notes will be very helpful to you as you're working on assignments and taking tests. All right, so let's get started with multiplying integers on a number line. I'm going to start with what happens when we have a positive integer multiplied by another positive integer. And to help us out in this multiplication, we have the help of two adorable African rain frogs, one of my very favorite animals. All right, I'm going to start with a pretty simple one. Let's look at a positive 4 times a positive 2. Now you might know just from looking at that what that equals, but let's talk about how we can model this on a number line. So this first term here, our 4, tells us some really important information. On a number line, we can go one of two ways, right? On a number line, we start here at 0, and anything over this way are going to be all of our positive numbers. Anything to the left are all of our negative numbers. And this first term here, that positive 4, tells us which direction we are moving in. Which direction to move. So in this case, we have a positive 4. So you'll notice here that our rain frogs are facing in two different directions. One of our rain frogs is facing to the left, this guy right there. And one of our rain frogs is facing to the right, that guy right there. So since our first term here is a positive 4, we're going to need this little buddy right here, because this guy is moving in the positive direction. All right, so what about this second term? What does the second term tell us? Our second term is a positive 2. This term is going to tell us how large or the size of our movement. And it's also going to tell us like whether it's a positive or a negative number, if we are moving forward, so 1 the size, and 2 forward or backward. So our frog has the ability to jump forward, and our frog has the ability to jump backwards. And that's what that second term is going to tell us right there. All right. So let's actually get going and see what our frog here is going to do. So again, our first term tells us that we are going to move to the right because it is a positive number. So we have our little positive frog, and the value of that term is 4, which means that we are going to do 4 leaps. Which direction to move. So let's add to that actually. Not only is it telling us which direction we're moving, but it's telling us how many times. Important piece there. So we're going to jump 4 times, and in each of those jumps, we are going to move 2 spaces forward. So let's do it. There's our first jump, 2 spaces. Our second jump, 2 spaces. Our third jump, 2 spaces. And our fourth jump, 2 spaces. So our sweet little rain frog ended up right here at a positive 8. So 4 times 2 is a positive 8.